Welcome to the Panic Button, everyone. I'm Nina.
I'm here today, and so are you, and isn't that wonderful? And I have a name, but do you care? What are we doing?
It's fantabulous. So the biggest women's esport competition happened at TwitchCon over the weekend, and the winning team featured a guy. No one was surprised.
No, and you all know that TwitchCon is such a spoken about, whatever you want to call it, organization. We all know that so many good things spawn from TwitchCon, right?
Yes, and it's incredibly safe there.
Did you hear that they threw out a bunch of streamers' gifts also? I mean, this is very small potatoes compared to this. But they threw out a bunch of streamers' gifts from their fans because they were scared, but they didn't actually evaluate them or anything. They just threw them in the trash. So instead of putting the streamers in danger, you're putting the garbage men, you're putting the trucks in danger.
Or anyone near the garbage cans in danger. Because what if they were bombs or there was some sort of chemical agent? Well, so the garbage can saves everything.
You're putting the sanitary workers at risk at the very least. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, they're so good at TwitchCon.
Fabulous.
Amazing people.
The largest women's esports competition just took place a few days ago, where a bunch of women came together to compete against one another in Fortnite at TwitchCon. And guess who won? A biological man.
I saw it. Did you see it?
And guess a few days ago, where a bunch of...
That is the man.
Okay, well, that's not...
I'm just saying...
It's easy to see.
I'm not saying it's not easy to see. I'm just saying as they were playing the clips of it, I was like, there it is. I found it. Wasn't that hard, but I found, where's Waldo? That's Waldo among Waldinas.
Yeah.
Biological man. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, you better.
Is this now capturing commentary when the video's playing too?
Yeah, you better.
Guys, before we get into today's video, please like and subscribe. Now, today we have quite the story, and we're getting back into the gaming conversation, which we dip our toes in every now and again on this channel. We're going to talk about this Fortnite competition, this milk cup competition that takes place every
Milk.
Can we talk about how disgusting it is that they were like, oh, it's the girls one. What do girls make? Milk.
But what does this guy not have? Boobs that make milk.
Glands that make milk. Well, geez, man. They say that the guy that made Twitch is the CEO, whoever it is. I forget what his name is, but they say he's a creep.
Clancy? Robert Clancy?
No, Tom Clancy wrote the books, right? Those are the book series.
Only one way to find out, right? Dan Clancy.
Tom Clancy, I'm pretty sure, is a book.
year. This was 2025, of course, and we do have our winner. So this competition took place at TwitchCon. If you go to their website, they are labeled as a creation made for women with more opportunities to succeed in esports. It says it's a space designed for women to compete at the highest level for serious money. But this is more than just a competition. It's a blueprint for how gaming should be and a platform for women on a journey towards professional esports. Now, I'm gonna maybe shock you, maybe not, with the fact that a biological man won this competition. I'm gonna show you the picture here. It says, congrats Vader and Nina, Milk Cup 2025 champions. Hashtag the Milk Cup. And you can...
If you think... Wait, I'm sorry. Opinion-wise, do you think it's Vader or Nina? I'm going to bet it's Vader. That's the trans one.
You don't say. So I just want you to know that Vader in Dutch, his translation is father.
Which is ironic, isn't it?
Incredibly ironic. But we're still trying to figure out which one is the male.
If you go to the milk thing, they say it's made by Gonna Need Milk. But if you go there, the first thing you see is, you can see this, I can see it on the monitor. The first thing you see is DEI. The first thing you see. Do you see, guys? Can you see that? I can see it through there. Can you?
What am I looking at?
The first thing you see on the Gonna Need Milk thing when you search it, DEI. First thing, black lady.
I should keep this in, right?
Well, you don't think that's essential to what's going on here? The people who are doing this are, it's sponsored by Gonna Need Milk. I figured it was a streamer. It's not. It's actually a company to sell milk, obviously. And if you can't tell, their main focus is DEI and women. I mean, it's women of color
and men
drinking milk. Apparently, and men, because... I mean, you can sponsor whatever you want to sponsor, but don't sit here and be like, it's for women when you're clearly involving men. It's clearly a DEI shtick. The first thing you see when you go on your page is a black woman selling milk. And then you also sit there and you give the trophy to a biological man. It shows me that you care more about optics than about actually helping women in this space. That's why I say leave it in, because it does show it. You do agree? That's what I was trying to ask you. Do you not agree? If not, they'd have the milk mustaches. There's not even a milk mustache.
Well, that's not got milk.
No, it's gonna need milk, which seems like an offshoot.
If you're gonna need milk, you're a baby, or you're
Well, these are all women.
you're someone who has cereal and it's dry cereal, then you need milk.
It looks like they do gaming and they do marathons.
Marathons with men. In a women's competition.
I mean, I'd assume if this is how they're running the Twitch thing, and it says girls on the run, so they're obviously not
girls on the run from men competing with them.
Yep, I would assume these are just as linked to the Got Milk people because it says copyright America's Milk Companies. Their job is to be selling milk, but they're spending money on gaming competitions and focusing on women. But in that's clearly what they're saying, because everything is for women, right? But their practices are not showing that. You can put people of color all over your page. Please do. I don't really care. But you can't say that you're trying to sell milk while clearly pushing political agendas.
Well, most companies do that now.
But you're not selling the milk with it.
You're pretty much...
How many gamers drink milk?
I don't know what they usually drink. Energy drinks.
How many people running a marathon drink milk?
They usually drink water.
Where are you getting milk sales? Where is this increasing milk sales? Are we having an issue where transgender individuals and women are not drinking enough milk, and so you think that's your target demographic?
I don't know. I don't really care.
It just doesn't make any sense.
I don't care about their company. I think it's ironic that it's called the Milk Cup.
Because it's paid for by people who are supposed to be selling milk.
Is there milk in the trophy? If it's a cup.
I mean, that would be at least on brand. But they have nothing to do with milk here.
Or is the milk in the women's breasts and breast sizes are in cups?
I think the milk is just where they're getting the money from to push the propaganda they want to push.
Probably.
No, 100%. I mean, at this point, it's almost proven. I just don't know why they're pushing this agenda.
See them holding up this big trophy for their win. And I find this really fascinating for a lot of reasons that we're going to get into right after I show you this clip of our two winners discussing what it's like to be in a female space, except only one winner is going to discuss that.
Dream come true. I'm just so happy right now.
Invader, one last question for you. Coming into something like the Milk Cup Championship, a place for women, made by women, for women, what does it mean to be here now, standing here as the winner of a place like this that is about the presence of women in esports?
I think that it really shows that you could be yourself. Like, be your true self, be who you are, unapologetic about it.
Being your true self wouldn't be changing to something else.
Am I the only one who felt like that was just side shade? Like, how do you feel being in a space that was made by women, for women, to only be included by women? How does that make you feel to have invaded our space? It sounds so like backhanded. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's authentic. This is like a genuine like, oh my God, what do you think? but it sounds backhanded because I guess tone really dictates everything. Because, oh my God, how do you feel to be in this space made by women, for women? How do you feel to be in this space made by women, for women, and you're here? How does that make you feel? Like, tone means a lot.
Can I just say I'm getting super incel vibes right now?
Yeah, I'm sure this person's in this space simply to try and find someone to touch it.
Yes.
Try. I didn't say succeed. I said try.
Well, I mean, he can do the peeping Tom thing in the bathroom.
Well, I will say, I'm not saying that they
Which
should.
he will.
I'm not saying they should allow this, but at the very least, at least these people aren't getting undressed in front of each other. But you don't know if they're like rooming together, because they could be. Well, that's the thing is when
Wow.
when you're getting sponsorships and when you get like opportunities, you don't know who you're going to be like staying with. And if you have enough money to provide your own accommodations, then you can go stay elsewhere. But you don't know if you're going to be put in a space that's somewhat closed off with this person.
I'm assuming they have not just a male competition and a female competition, but they have a competition where men and women compete, I'm assuming.
Honey, baby, this is Twitch.
And majority of the people who win are going to be males. So what this shows me is this guy isn't good enough to compete with the males. He's a shit gamer by gaming standards. And so he can get attention and not get clobbered by men, he decided to compete with women. And all he did was grow his hair out.
Men, on average, have higher hand-eye coordination, which is the number one thing you need to succeed in video games. Mm-hmm. Fast reaction times, things like that. I'm telling you, this is Twitch. Look at the top streamers on Twitch right now and tell me how many are women that are dressed. Like, that's my point. Most of the people who watch, like, Twitch for gaming purposes...
Frogan.
I don't think she's on the top, babes. My point is that most of the top streamers for actual gameplay are men because they succeed. Unless you're an exceptional woman at gaming. I'm not saying that's impossible. That's totally manageable too. Completely manageable, just harder to find. You're not going to succeed. And even in this competition, clearly it's not the average, because if not, there would have been more competition for this guy to not succeed.
Majority of people have never, ever heard of this. The milk cup.
Oh, this is my first time. Was this your first time?
This is my first time, too. The only attention they're getting is because they have this guy on the team that won.
Yeah, 100%.
So there's that.
And that there are spaces for everybody, and that no one should ever give up.
Guys, give it up one more
Oh
time.
my God, Trisha Paytas. And no one should ever give up. While you're oogling your competitors and your teammates. Bro, until women just put their foot down and say, I'm not competing with these weirdos. These guys are going to keep infiltrating and taking money away from other chicks. I mean, the smart women know what the jig is, and we'll put a whole bunch of guys on our teams that say they're women in order to win. I mean, if I cared more about winning than I did about fairness, that's what I would do. I'd be cheating all day. You're allowing a giant loophole for people to cheat. So why wouldn't you take it? I would take it. I'd be like, hey, Asmongold, throw on this wig, cover up the bald spot, just put on some lip gloss, compete on my team.
I was just looking up the difference between Got Milk and Gonna Need Milk because they're so comparable. Got Milk is from California. That's the difference.
Yeah.
Gonna Need Milk is actually government-based, not like government-funded, but it's from the Milk Processor Education Program, which is a trade/marketing organization for the U.S. milk processors. So this is coming from Big Milk. You've heard of Big Pharma. You've heard of Big Wall Street. Welcome to Big Milk. They are DEI forward.
I don't care about their company, and I will not care about them, and I will forget about them after this video.
Well, I will remember that all they did was give a man a woman's spot.
This is like a guy. I wouldn't even call him a man.
It's a
Involuntary celibate young guy.
I don't mean it as in
with
he's
mental health
masculine.
issues.
I don't mean it as in he's masculine. I mean as in he has a penis. I see guys that look like that all the time. All the time.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, once the limelight wears down, this guy is going to go straight as a board, not be any bit feminine. And you can see it right now. The chick next to him has long hair, wearing a girly outfit. He's wearing a simple t-shirt, and he looks just like a dude who grew his hair out. Because that's what he is. And I can't believe people like this actually have any gender dysphoria. Because where is it? Where is it? Can you name one thing on him?
You understand that they say you don't need gender dysphoria in order to be trans. All you have to do is say it.
That's what they say. I don't believe that.
No, but that's, what this competition obviously thinks.
This competition thinks, how do we get money? We do what they say. And they obviously support this, so we're going to support this.
Well, Twitch is definitely not safe. The TwitchCon is definitely not safe for women. And apparently the competitions aren't safe for them either. And
No.
they're definitely not fair.
How is this fair? How is this fair to any of, like I said, men on average have a higher hand-eye coordination. How is this fair to any of the women there?
Hey, if these bitches want to compete with this guy, have fun losing. Either way, the guy sucks. He's not good at what he does. He's just good enough to compete with the women, which isn't saying much.
So sad to see even small things like this be co-opted. You know what I mean?
Oh, everything is co-opted nowadays.
And furthermore, to have the woman acknowledge the invasion of the space, like just blatantly, is like a slap to the face of all the women. Like the chick next to him doesn't care because she's up there, right? But what a slap in the face to every other woman out there. You know what I mean?
Well, that's why majority of women will never accept these guys.
How does it feel to invade someone's space? I love it. Keep being yourself.
It's great. Keep being yourself, accept yourself, being your truth, blah, blah, blah.
Turns out people will just accept what you say, so I'm going to keep doing it. You should too. That's pretty much the advice I heard.
Mm-hmm. And in a minute after this wraps up, I'm going to go into the ladies' room and pretend to be a tampon. I'm going to identify as a tampon.
I'm not trying to get, like... You're talking from his perspective?
Yeah.
I was going to say, how does one do that?
Well, they can identify as anything and people just go along with it. So how far will they go? They're already identifying as animals.
Give me a quarter, I'm your tampon.
Yeah.
Jesus, that's terrifying.
Well, it's not
I thought you were saying that like from your perspective, and I was like,
no.
I was like, that's disgusting.
Time for your Milk Cup champions, Exet Nina and Vader.
I'm just a little confused and a little not confused. No shade on this particular individual because I do not know his internal goings-ons and why he decided to be a part of this competition. He could very well be a person who was genuinely struggling with.
Give me a fucking break, Kamala. You know exactly what's going on. You know exactly what he's thinking. Come on. Well, I know you're trying to like play both sides, like you're trying to be in the middle and give grace. But dudes like this, they're just creeps. They don't need grace. They need a mental institution. Stat.
Here's the thing. Yes, you can sit there and justify all day why you don't know the real ins and outs. But if you just read a book by its cover, it usually gives you a good amount of information these days. I'm not saying be mean. I'm saying just call it out for what it is. And what I see is a male body with male sweatpants on and a male t-shirt that's oversized. No stuffing of a bra, no nothing. You know what that says to me? There is a lack of body dysmorphia, which means that you don't have a single bit of trans in you, or else you would do something, God, anything, to attempt to look more feminine, especially on a stage in front of hundreds, if not thousands, or more people.
And I'm saying that sometimes being mean is justified.
Gender dysphoria and has found some sort of community within gaming and decided to, sign up for this competition and just ended up winning. But it's really interesting that we live in this time where we have biological males stepping into female spaces and then, essentially taking their trophies and awards, and that is apparently no exception for gaming. We've seen this happen all over the place, and specifically in sports as we're getting into esports here. We saw it with Leah Thomas in swimming, and Leah Thomas just won like the Voice of Inspiration Award or something like that for just being a man.
Can I just say how funny it is that it looks like Leah Thomas is with a discount Matt Walsh? like the scrawn, like Matt Walsh, but as scrawny as you can get. Look at the real woman next to the wannabe.
Okay.
Who ushered himself into a female space and ended up gaining status in doing so. We've seen it in skateboarding, we've seen it in surfing, we've seen it in volleyball, in darts, and now in this whole video game situation. And I find it really interesting that in that clip, you watch as a biological woman crosses over another biological woman who also won this award to ask a biological man about what it's like to be in a space for women. And that biological man ends up answering by saying there's a space for everyone while being the antithesis to an all-female space in having won this competition. So I think we have within our radical empathy as women, and many women on the left, a suicidal empathy. We are literally willing to get in the way of our own progress, of our own status, of our own awards and accomplishments for the sake of pedestalizing, I guess, a political message. And that political message ends up being
I was thinking something. I was thinking that women are like, we want to be strong, powerful women. We want to take control of our own lives. We want to work a job and have a career and rise up in the ranks. But if a man who's pretending to be a woman is trying to get the same position as me, I'm going to push him forward. So that your ideology of being a strong, powerful woman really means jack shit, because at the end of the day, you will put the guy who says he's a lady on a pedestal over you and your career.
Well, that's the thing.
That's saying a lot.
Well, that's the thing that we're looking at these days, right? If it's a man who identifies as a man who wants, like, let's say a job over you, you're going to try and essentially cut throats to get to that job.
He's suppressing you.
Exactly. Now, however, if that man puts on a dress and then signs up for that job as Susan,
well, then you're a strong, powerful woman and you deserve it over me.
Susan should have that job because Susan's had such a hard time with life so far. I'm not saying Susan doesn't deserve a job. I'm just saying that you should fight Susan just as hard. It's called equality. That's what true equality is fighting someone no matter what they identify as, because you believe in it, because you believe you deserve it. And that's the thing. If you really want to compete in a female-only category and you care about the female-only part, you should really care about the female-only part because it matters. But if you only care about winning a competition like this guy does, then you don't care. All of a sudden, the woman's-only part doesn't matter as much unless it helps you get ahead. I'm not trying to say this guy is a bad guy, but I think that he's doing a bad thing. I don't think he's helping his cause if he does have gender dysphoria, which I don't see. Not trying to say 100%, but with that being said, if he does, I'm not seeing it, and he's not helping anyone who identifies as trans to get ahead in life. The people who do or don't have it doesn't help them at all. This does not help the way you guys look out there. It's like me as a lesbian going into locker rooms and being like, nice ass. That doesn't help any lesbian out there. In fact, it actually hinders us. It makes it uncomfortable. All of a sudden, you're going to hear people saying, oh, I don't feel comfortable around lesbians because this one lesbian keeps hitting on me every time I'm in the locker. And they'd have every right to, because I'd make them uncomfortable in a space they thought was safe. But I don't go around, you don't go around, no lesbian goes around doing that because we know what would happen. The difference is you're unaware or you don't care. You want it so bad, it doesn't matter.
Nope.
And it's ruining everything you think you're fighting for. And you're never going to win it that way. You're never going to win it that way.
You want to be a female so bad you're willing to step on every single fucking female.
I know that they say, oh, it's
So
the
what?
Handmaid's Tale. It's a Handmaid's Tale.
So
but
what?
with their ideas, maybe it is.
With their ideas, yeah. We won't be suppressed by men. We'll just be suppressed by men pretending to be women.
Who was that disgusting human that identified as it was a man that identified as a woman that was
Which
talking?
one?
Hang on. That was talking about how his fantasy was to have essentially breeding houses, and that women would just stay in breeding houses for all the girl dick to take care of.
I don't know. There's so many out there like that. I know which one you're referring to.
I could picture him. I just can't get the names.
Some crazy trans.
If you remember,
activist.
leave it in the comments because it was scary.
Crystallizing a man. You are actually, in a sort of roundabout way, reinstilling the patriarchy because you've allowed, a singular man. I don't know if there were other biological men in this competition. You've allowed him into the space, and then he won the award. Oh my gosh. And then you allow Leah Thomas to swim, and then he wins the award. And we get it.
I'm going to bring a horse to a dog show, and if you don't give him the award, then you're a bigot. My horse identifies as a dog.
That's why the women who say that, well, I don't need no man, and I want a career, and I don't want a family, and the patriarchy is holding us down. I don't take any of them seriously once I find out that they're totally cool with stuff like this going on.
Patriarchy is so crafty.
It's not crafty.
But
it just knows that a lot of women are fucking retards.
But that's why it's crafty, because it's like, hey, retard. How you like me?
Hey, retard. I know that you're going to feel bad for me because
Feel
I'm
lonely.
saying that I'm a woman. So I'm going to take all of your trophies and all your winnings, and you're going to like it, and you're going to deal with it, and you're actually going to praise me for it.
Hey, retard, did your dad cheat on your mom? That's why you should have a man who wants to be a woman, because I'd never do that. Because I want to be you, so I understand the struggle. Hey, retard, did your boyfriend cheat on you in high school? That's okay. I would never do something like that to you.
When it comes down to it, man, a lot of these ladies, retarded.
biological differences between men and women. We have different spatial awareness. We have different reaction times. We have different strengths and weaknesses. But if you're going to make a space for all women to sort of indicate that and talk about the importance of it, then you should probably stand 10 toes down on the message that it is for women. And while you may be confused about trans women and whether or not they should be accepted, I think this is an indication of exactly how that goes. Your female space ends up honoring men. That's just what happens. I mean, I don't know how else to put it here. And in particular, like the gaming industry has made statement after statement about female involvement. Dub did that whole campaign about representing women and showing how beautiful they are in all forms of gaming. We see all these campaigns for women being bullied online when they're playing games and not being accepted in what they call a male-dominated space. But then when women get the floor and they're allowed a chance to make their own competition in this whole milk cup thing, and it's quite a sizable one, it seems.
I'm sorry, but if you're a female gaming and you're complaining about getting bullied by men, then you've never heard any form of boy, guy, anything playing a video game. Boy, man, whatever. I'm sorry, but if you've ever heard any chat, like live chat on a video game, you will hear that those boys abuse each other. Left, right, center, doesn't matter. 8, 10, 24, 38, 97. They will literally, that is how men talk to each other. Mm-hmm. They bully each other. So honestly, that's why the women's only space is kind of good. Because otherwise they're just going to sit there and be like, report. Put the girls with the girls so you have the nice ones and the boys can bully each other.
You allow biological men into the space. And again, this is not an attack on this singular person who ended up winning an award. It's an attack on the philosophy. It's an attack on the political idea. Ugh. Because guess what? If your female space allows biological men, it's not a female space. And this is exemplified in this award right here. We need to recognize the differences between men and women, and we need to stop letting our radical empathy become suicidal empathy. And at this point, they're all interchangeable. You are getting in your own way. You are servicing others and claiming it to be a service.
You're hating men and servicing men. I mean, you can't get more fucking stupid than that. Well, but ladies, you've done a great job of it, I'll tell you.
The men convinced them that they weren't men. Women are so
stupid.
easy to con, man.
They're dumb. A lot of these ladies are so dumb.
But you see,
make me laugh. You're so stupid.
You see, I'm not actually a woman. I'm a 3,000-year-old vampire.
Yes. I'm Harry Potter. Magic. It's magic. Watch. I'm a man. I'm a woman.
I should go get a hat. Watch. Duck passing. Duck. Like, it's pretty simple.
Dyke passing?
Like if I wear a backwards hat, instantly you can tell I'm gay. If I don't, you're like, maybe she's right. Maybe she's.
But that's still two forms of women.
But
this is like
I mean straight,
a guy.
I mean straight passing. When I say like, I mean the second
it's a guy.
Go look at our videos. Tell me the second I put that hat backwards, that's not like instant read. The wrist my wrist might as well go from this to this. I mean, it's like it's simple.
I never realized how stupid women were.
Until this, or like
until the whole ladies saying trans women are women and letting them dominate them in a whole bunch of sports and competitions. That's when I realized, wow, Handmaid's Tale could totally happen.
It's just not going to be from the right like they think.
It's going to be from your own side.
Mm-hmm.
The guys who are saying they're ladies, that you say are ladies, they're going to be the ones who are dominating you.
They have some of the craziest ideas too, and they like that entire concept. The entire idea of dominating a woman gets them off. And I'm not saying that I know 100% what they're thinking, but I know there are plenty of guys like that where control and dominance get them off in different ways. It's just a sick joy for them.
Mm-hmm. And you allowed them to do it.
You gave them the fuel.
You gave them the opening, and they'll take it every time.
That's why I don't fight with people, because like yell when I'm in a confrontation in a workplace, because I know some people just want that. Some people just have like a sick like punishment kind of thing, and they want someone to yell. That's why you come at it like as calm and collected as possible, because even then no one wants that. Even the sick freaks. So.
To yourself. And while there may not be a lot of women who care about this, and presumably there were a ton of women in this crowd who didn't care whatsoever that a biological man won this award, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. And you are on that slippery slope right now. And this may be just like a trivial esports competition, but it seems like there's a sizable amount of money to be won here. It seems like there's a sizable amount of status to be won here. And it seems like if we let this bleed into this particular sect of life, it's going to bleed into other avenues. It's the message that I share on this channel. It's the message of others like J.K. Rowling. And we probably need to start listening, because this is not the end of this until we say a woman's space is actually a woman's space. Now, guys, those are my thoughts on this whole 2025 milk cup competition and a trend.
So pretty much what she's saying without saying it is, ladies, you're dumb. Ladies, you are looking at someone you see as the enemy and you're not realizing that the enemy is right next to you wearing a wig.
Holding the cup up with one of your own.
Taking money away from you and you're gladly handing it over.
They don't. I swear they know not what they do. And I don't mean that in like a, oh, poor them, but they don't know how damaging it is. They really think, oh, it's so small, it won't matter. It won't matter.
Well, surprise, ladies. You played yourself.
I'd just be grateful that I'm not in a physical competition where I actually have to undress with this motherfucker. That's my thoughts. I don't think this is acceptable, but this is Twitch. I mean, Twitch, I didn't expect anything else.
Well, I don't think there's going to be another TwitchCon going forward. So.
Sounds like it went pretty poorly.
It went absolute
One of the
disastrously.
Dan Clancy, he's getting exposed for liking him young. So, and I don't mean in a legal way. I mean just in a like
Creepy way.
I don't want to say predatory, but in a way that makes you side-eye. Where you're like,
Anyway, what do you guys think? Let us know in the comments below. Subscribe to this channel. Like the video, please, because it helps in the algorithm. And
or I'll cry.
She'll cry. And
If you
also,
don't.
you can join our memberships to keep this channel going.
And if you don't subscribe, I'll also cry.
And she'll cry.
And wouldn't that weigh on your conscience?
Terribly.
Heavily. Bye.
Bye.